Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. How are you guys doing? It's been a while, man. It's been a little while since I did one of these live streams, and yeah, you guys know I've been busy. I've been busy, but obviously always keeping up with Inter. But this is probably the most of like I don't feel like distant from Inter, but by my normal standards, where I'm like on top of every single little thing. This is like it's been the Inter season for me last, I don't know, 6, 7 years that have been, slightly more distant. But that's why I want to do a call-in show today. I want to get like, obviously, I'm on Twitter and I see what people are thinking on Twitter, but I want to see like what are Interisti around the world thinking like about Inter. Obviously, all the drama that's going on off the pitch. Obviously, sad stuff that's going on around the world as well. But you know, Inter specifically, Serie A specifically, Barella. You got any of you guys starting to get worried about Barella? And that's one of my questions for today. Where is the little banner that I made? And I'll leave the link to join me in a moment. Ah, there it is. Where is? Let me drop the link in the comments so you guys can join me and chat about Inter. And obviously, we're going to preview the main topic is going to be previewing the Torino versus Inter game. Tough game. First game back. Very, very tough game. Definitely not the game I would want if I had to pick a game to come back from the international break. Plus, it's away as well. Let me see. I mean, my timing today was a little bit weird, so I apologize. I'm sure people would have been able to join me. More people would have been able to join me if it was at a better time later on in the day. But I appreciate the people that are here. El Gordo, my Leicester boy, my Leicester brother coming through. I'm expecting Gordo if he's free. Usually he comes in and joins in. So appreciate if you can, Gordo. We got Raphael in the house. What's up, Raphael? Hope you're good. Should have signed another DM now. To be honest, I've been saying since the beginning of the season, bro. Like Aslani, he's the backup DM to Hakan. I'm happy for him to be given that role this season. Rocky Ferraro, ciao, good to be back after the international break. Let's hope we see good Inter return. 100% Rocky, man. Obviously, we didn't leave on the best of vibes after all the good start that we had, and then we leave on that 2-2 draw to Bologna. Not the best way to leave, so hopefully they come back better. Steam Hams, hope you're doing well. Besisa, Tunisian brother, hope you are doing well. Is this what marries us to people? Yeah, bro. Don't get married. Don't get married. Nah, I'm joking. It's just it's not just the marriage itself. It's just like all the stuff around it. Like you have like obviously the build up to the marriage, all the planning and busy stuff, and then actually like the stuff afterwards. Obviously going on honeymoon and coming back, and you have to go see the families. The families come around. Like it's just all the stuff. There's always something happening every weekend. There's something happening. But I think now I think it should be starting to I'll keep saying that every time I'm on the videos, like, it should be starting to calm down. But I think it should be starting to calm down. Yeah, well, I mean, if you guys want to talk about it, we can talk about all the betting scandal drama that's going on today. And today, Barella's name was mentioned as well. So it's a tricky subject. But we can chat about it because it's been all the everything has been in this international break has been about this stuff. I mean, it's been one of the craziest international breaks. I mean, I pulled up this tweet because it kind of breaks down all the stuff that's been going on in this crazy international break. I mean, usually international break, you know how it is. The newspapers, the media, they've got nothing to talk about, so they need to they'll talk about some random stuff or some completely football unrelated things. But this transfer window, this international break has been crazy. So obviously we had this betting scandal for Jolie, Zaniolo, Tonali, Zalewski, and then apparently, according to this guy, scumbag, really, this Fabrizio Corona guy, who's been not scumbag because of what he's doing now. If you looked up, if you know what Fabrizio Corona has done in the past, he's this kind of weird paparazzi, creepy dude that makes money out of selling pictures and revealing pictures and scandals in the world of football and celebrities. But anyway, he said there's about 50 Serie A players involved in this betting scandal. So more and more names are coming out, and today Barella's name coming out. But let's see. I don't know. Again, the only thing that's the issue is if they've bet on games. So like Tonali now. What's come out with Tonali compared to Fagioli? Fagioli looks like he's going to get banned for about 7 months at least from footballing activities. But all Fagioli was really doing was betting on illegal platforms. That was the issue, and it doesn't seem like he was betting on Juventus. The problem with Tonali is now that he looks like he was betting on Milan games, or I don't know. Again, there's not been too much release. We're just getting little bits here and there. Zaniolo says he doesn't bet on football at all. Zalewski hasn't been confirmed. So the only issue is comes like if these guys have been betting on Serie A games, then that's when it comes a big issue. If they're betting on, like, obviously, people bet. You can have your opinion whether it's a problem or not, but obviously some of these guys clearly seem like they have a gambling addiction. That's what Tonali actually is going for. He's got a certificate from the doctor saying that he's got, he's suffering from gambling addiction issues. So I think that's the angle he's going for, to try and, maybe reduce his sentence and whatever. Because with the Tonali, they're talking about, long ban, more than a year ban, something along the lines of, Ivan Toney. What happened to Ivan Toney in England? Where again, he was betting on actual games. He was, I think, involved in. Actually, I can't remember. You don't quote me on that, but I know that he was directly gambling on, betting on games in the league that he plays in. And I think the issue is like they're also betting on illegal platforms. That's what Fagioli got done for Tonali. Apparently, according to Fagioli, who snitched on him, Tonali was the guy who told him about this app, and this app is supposed to be illegal. So they're not supposed to be doing that. So let's see. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, if more and more names come out. Yeah, we saw like, in the names of, there was like the names released. There was like Bastoni's name was in there. It seemed like it was, Italian players specifically targeted within this kind of scandal. But again, it depends. Like, if are they going to just, are they playing online? Like Zaniolo saying that all he's doing is playing like online blackjack, poker and things like that. If it's stuff like that, then it doesn't really like mean too much to me, or like even to the law. Is if they're betting on these illegal platforms, that's what the law cares about. But if they're actually betting on football, on their own team, in their own league, on their own, performances, yellow cards, are they betting on themselves getting yellow cards? That's when it gets tricky. So we gotta wait. We gotta wait to see the developments on that. But obviously, it does not look good on Italian football at all, does it? It does not look good on Italian football. Already there's it's not like Italian football at the moment is at the top of its game anyway, and this stuff makes it look even worse. And by the way, guys, I've dropped the link to join me, so make sure if you've got a decent internet connection, decent audio, and lighting, please make sure to join me. I will be interested to hear people's opinions on everything that's going on. Anti-Juice, what's up, brother? Good to see you back streaming. Yeah, thank you. It's been a while, and I felt like I owed you guys a stream, and I owed myself, the channel, a stream. I've been posting content, I hope you guys have been keeping up with the shorts. I do always try to keep you guys up to date with what's going on, interviews. We've seen Marotta's been talking a lot. He's been talking a bit too much, to be honest, but yeah, he's been talking. There was DiMarco interview. I'll be releasing another short about DiMarco, talking about the Lukaku situation today. But yeah, live stream wise, I've definitely been slacking. Now imagine when you have kids. I know, Future Hendrix, bro. I know That's going to be next level. Welcome back, Sean. We're getting fed up of these Scomistis case and the name dropping rumors of BARELLA now. Yeah, Mr. Alpha Bravo. Hey, nice to put a name to the Twitter handle and the real Ahmed. Nice to meet you, bro. Yeah. Again, I'm gonna refrain from commenting on that stuff until we see, like, what type of actual involvement have these guys got. Simple Simi, what's up? We're back. Free Palestine, yes sir, yes sir. Was Bastoni involved? I don't know. Steam Ham. Let's see. Nice thumbnail, bro. Oh, nice. Yeah, have you seen? If you guys have noticed the new, I don't know where to point, but new logo, new branding, thanks to Alex Cianchino on Twitter, Instagram. If you guys didn't see, news will probably mention every Italian player in existence for attention. Yeah, I mean, it's not. The thing is, like, this corona. I don't know if the actual, like, the ongoing, like, there's ongoing investigations. I don't know if these investigations started because of corona or they were already ongoing behind the scenes, and corona is the one who's revealing these. So that's the thing, because I've actually not really, like, because it doesn't really interest me that much. I've not looked into it too closely, but I think these investigations were already ongoing, and then Fagioli decided to come public with it, and like, incriminate himself, or, like, come out with it to admit his mistakes, his involvement, because he knew there was something coming out public, or this corona guy was going to go public with it. But I think these investigations were already ongoing. We need to see how, like, deep rooted this problem is. Is it really like a circle of these footballers creating, I don't know, like a group chat or like a Discord where they're, like, telling each other bets, or is it kind of just these guys are just using the same app and just doing their own thing? That's the thing that we need to figure out, whether it's like a deep rooted issue in Italian football, or is it just like these guys are just gambling addicts and they don't know. That, to me, to be honest, what this is my opinion, and you guys can have your own. To me, this looks like these guys have got too much money. They don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to use it. And they've ended up, they get the thrill. It's like a thrill, isn't it? When you're betting on something, if you win or lose, but you get that thrill, that little adrenaline boost that they get, obviously, from their own. When you play football, I'm sure, I mean, I've never played at a professional level, but I'm sure it must be like a thrill to a different level when you score, win a game, you get that adrenaline boost. And I guess they're looking for that adrenaline from other things in life. I guess nothing else compares, and they're trying to get it from these other things. And they've got so much money, guys. Like, these guys, even the lowest paid guys, Bastoni now is getting, he's got his contract, BARELLA, these guys earning 4 or 5 million euros net, and that's just from Inter. And they probably get more from, like, Adidas, Nike, whatever sponsors they have. Like, these guys earn more money than they can ever make use of. I mean, probably they could if they open their businesses and they're smart, but at the moment they're maybe not at that stage in life yet, and they're just going, instead of, well, I guess, you can either go to the club and do it, go to questionable locales and spend it there, or you can do it like this. I don't know, but to me, it just looks like a case of young adults that are, some of them younger than me, that don't know how to use their money, and they just found, I mean, with Fagioli, like, it looks like the guy's in trouble. Like, he's talking about, like, some Serbian mafia is after him. Like, he's in actual trouble with, like, gangs or, like, shady people, because he's borrowed, like, there's been the stuff that's come out about Fagioli, that he's admitted that he's borrowed money from, like, Gatti, from other, like, teammates, and he owes them money still. And, like, this guy's not even earning that much here. I don't know, like, what's Fagioli, Nicolo Fagioli. Let's say we look at ingaggio. Type in Italian, it'll be quicker. 1 milione netti all'anno. Yeah, so he earns 1 million net. Like, even that, like, he's not one of the higher earning Italian players out there. You know, you're earning 1 million net a year. That's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money, and he owes people money. Like, he makes that much money, and he's still like he's got debt to people. That means that, like, these guys are betting big money on things, and we're not talking about, like, you know, £500 or £1,000. It looks like these guys are betting like considerable amounts. Barella probably betting against us considering his form so far. I mean, it seems like the way Barella's been playing, for sure. He's yeah, that's one of the topics I do want to talk about today. If you guys do want to join me on the live stream. Hey Sharif, I hope you are doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well. Can't wait for Serie A to start. Luckily, no injuries. Yeah, that's one good thing from this international break. No injuries to report on, apart from Cuadrado, but it wasn't due to him going with Colombia. I think it's just, yeah, Cuadrado at the moment is looking like a bust of a transfer, even though it's a free transfer. This guy looks like we bought a guy that's completely finished physically. Di Marco, you'll see it. You'll see it in the show. Basically, he was disappointed because, if you know, Di Marco was actually one of the guys was quite close to Lukaku. So he was actually quite disappointed with Lukaku. He says in the interview. Yeah, Cuadrado's situation is really looking very, very underwhelming. Marotta chose Icardi over Lukaku during the interview. Would you love to have him come back? No, I wouldn't love him to come back. I've always said, like, if you bring him back, you know, as a backup, like, you know, obviously, like, you know, let's say, yeah, instead of like Arnautovic and Sanchez, I think he cost Galatasaray about 10 million euros, the same we paid for Arnautovic. I think he earns a little bit more than Arnautovic, or quite a bit more than Arnautovic. But I always said, I'm an objective guy. Like, I'm pretty, like, I can put my feelings aside. I'm just like, you know, when we brought Lukaku back last summer, I was just like, you know, I was just objective. Like, can Lukaku make the difference in Serie A still? Yes, he can. Can Icardi make the difference in Serie A still? Off the bench, or, you know, in a big game, I'll probably, you know, put money on Icardi to still score lots of goals for Inter, the amount of chances we create. So, yeah, but I wouldn't love him to come back. I'm not like, I see people on Twitter are like dying for Icardi to come back, like, come back to Inter and all this kind of stuff. I still don't really like what he did, but I'm very objective when it comes to football, that, you know, enough time has passed now. And, you know, none of those players that he used to have issues with in the dressing room are there anymore. You know, Perisic is gone, Brozovic is gone, Handanovic is gone, Spalletti is gone, you know, whoever. It's a completely different team to that. So whatever those dressing room drama that was going on back then is gone now. And I don't know what his situation with Vandanara is, but I guess he's never out of the picture. But yeah, I'd take him. I'd take him back. But over Lukaku, like, I feel like then people are like capping, or people are just being too emotional. Like, you've seen what Lukaku's doing at Roma right now. Like, I think Lukaku's still a superior player to Icardi, but it's just in certain situations, like if it's the Champions League final, I think, you know, someone like Icardi, with his poaching, with his you know, fox in the box ability, he'll probably end up being more useful than Lukaku in that situation, specifically in a big game situation. I would probably rather have Icardi. He's just ice cold killer. But overall, as a player, like, I'm sure, like, what Lukaku adds to a team is, you know, the different dimensions Lukaku adds. Hey, Marco Talks Football, what's up, bro? Next week into Roma. Yeah, speaking of Lukaku, get your whistles ready, as the 50,000 whistles that the Curva Nord is preparing for the return of Lukaku, man. I cannot wait for that moment, for that game. I'm sure you guys can't as well, because that is going to be a spectacle on its own. Obviously, it's going to be a good game into Roma, but whoo, my hope is only, please, Curva Nord, please, like, tell your guys that you cannot do, please, like, no, I don't want no racist scandal from this game. You know, it's like 95% chance that it's gonna happen, that this, you know, we're gonna get like a whole world, like a whole stadium to be banned for like a few games from this like game potentially. But I just hope that these guys, especially the Curva guys, can refrain from just any kind of racist chants and noises, and please refrain from that. Just use, if these whistles are going to be given out, just use those. Abuse them in other ways. Just please do not be idiots. Be smart. Be smart. Hey, Ian Kerr, thank you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. You and your wife always supporting the channel, so really do appreciate your support. And Ian, of course, is also the lucky charm every time he goes to watch Inter win. So we need to send out Ian on more Inter trips. It's crazy how many sponsors are betting companies on horrible addiction. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like Serie A itself, like if you go on the official Lega Serie A website, Lega Serie A, let's like load it up. And if you go on it, the first when it's the loading, actually it doesn't do it anymore. Oh wait, let's give it a minute. Yeah, there you go. The official, like the first pop-up that comes on the official Lega Serie A website is 1x, the widest range of market Serie A. So it just shows you how like the juxtaposition, the oxymoron, or like the sheer, hypocrisy of like, this situation is that you're promoting this stuff. It's in, a lot of the sponsors are betting, and then at the end you like, you're vilifying the guys for partaking in it. But again, it depends on what part of betting they're partaking in. Are they actually betting on Serie A games, or just they're playing poker or online, just platforms like that? No excuses. Oh yeah, I'm not making excuses for them at all, Rocky. I hope I wasn't misunderstood. If they've done something wrong, I don't care if it's Bastoni, Barella, or any of these guys, they need to be punished for sure. And yeah, Tonali as well. Like not just because he's not just because he used to play for Milan and he was like, Capitan Futuro, future captain of Milan, man of character. It's not even because of that. I mean, if he's actually betted on Milan games, I mean, then there needs to be an even further investigation into what was Tonali betting on, and did that have outcome? Like, did that affect the outcome of games? Because then we need to start looking into it. Because then they're talking about Casale. Casale is one of the names mentioned. He plays for Lazio currently. The centre back was signed from Hellas Verona. Like, were they in cahoots about things? But then it makes you start questioning like the whole system. Like, can you even watch a game of Serie A now like without thinking? Or even the Serie A, like if Ivan Toney was betting so freely and willy-nilly in the championship, like it makes you question football in general. Like, how deep rooted is this? Yeah, Fagioli is like in big trouble. He looks like he's in real big trouble. That's why he's I think that's the reason why he's come out with it, because I think he knows he's in big trouble. I think he needs help, and I think he's kind of trying to hopefully get protection from the police and authorities from actually like the situation that he's in. So actually, like, Fagioli's one is actually quite concerning. Is he like what, 19, 20 years old? That's big worrying. Fagioli trying to be like Brozzo. Dil Milan on about, yeah, I mean, I know that's also coming out that Newcastle are trying to investigate whether they should sue Milan. Did Milan know about Tonali's situation before? That's a good point, Michael. Again, this probably needs to be a deeper investigation into the Tonali situation. I mean, at the end of the day, Milan, they were just smart if they knew about it. Like, is there really anything that Newcastle can do about that? Like, that was just smart for Milan to get rid of him. 1 million net, yet have a debt of 3 million. Wow, that would be crazy. 3 million debt. Watch Barella volley on against Roma. That would be amazing, man, to shut. I'm not in my. I put a question down in the scroller down below in terms of, are you worried about Barella? I'm not even talking about this betting situation, to be honest. I'm actually talking about Barella, the footballer. That's what I'm talking about, like his actual footballing performances. Hope you're well, bro. Good to catch you live. Hey, Jonathan, or Jono, as you are, of course, known as. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Married Live. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I wasn't swearing at him, by the way. I was just showing off the ring. Is Fajoli even safe? Not to mention the Serbian has a problem with, but essentially, would he be even considered a rat for dropping names? Well, I don't think the likes of Tonali and these guys are like, oh, we're gonna go after this guy for ratting us out. But yeah, that's what I mean. I'm worried for Fajoli in terms of the people that he's involved with, the uh, the people that he's associating with. That's a big concern that I would have if I was a friend or family member of Fajoli or Juventus. Well, I think Juventus would probably use this situation to, I don't know. They'll probably try to cancel his contract or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Who cares if he's a burst only there to be a sub for Dumfries? Matidams can play there now that Pavard seems to have just. Oh, you're talking about Cuadrado? Yeah, I guess. But I'm sure that when we signed him, in the minds of Marotta and Inzaghi, there was bigger plan to use Cuadrado in big moments. Icardi of Lukaku. Yep. This team doesn't need Icardi circus coming to town. May as well shoot ourselves in the foot. Bridges were burnt in an unreturnable way. Yeah. I mean, again, it's a game of opinions. I know Ian is a lot more a man of principles. He's a bit more old school than myself, and I do really appreciate that. We definitely need people to be like more people like Ian in terms of stick true to your principles and morals. And I agree with that. But the bridges that were burned, Ian, that's what I mean. The bridges were burned with people that are not there anymore in this Inter team. And if Marotta himself, Marotta is the one that himself kicked out Icardi, and he's the one that's saying. But I guess it was probably more of like a shot at Lukaku more than like an opening to Icardi. It was more of a shot to Lukaku, I think, like a very petty shot to Lukaku and his very fresh wound with Lukaku, I guess. But I understand that. But again, as I'm saying, like I don't really get the people that are losing sleep over. I was seeing people like completely losing sleep over the fact that Inter didn't re-sign Icardi when he was available this summer. Again, like if he's available there on a loan, cheap buy, that's what I'm saying, get him. But if you're talking about, I've heard that he's earning like 5-6 million net. Like that's too expensive for my opinion. Dumfries high rated right back in the Euro qualifiers. Yeah, I think he's only got the most assists in Europe at the moment. I think Dumfries has the most assists like in general, like in top 5 European leagues or something. Talks of renewal, talks of for Dumfries. Yeah, I mean, again, like it always makes sense. It always makes sense to renew guys in general, even if you don't rate players, just in terms of not losing them on a free, just to keep the monetary value. Especially with Dumfries, we only signed him for like 12.5 million. Like, if you renew him, his book value is going to be so low that you renew him, and anything you sell him above, like even like 10-20 million, you're just making money because his book value is going to be so low because we signed him for such low money. And I don't think he's earning that much. I think he's only earning about 2 million net, and he gets growth decree benefits. So I'm not against it. But if definitely, again, this summer, if there's a guy to be sacrificed from the starting 11, my finger is going to point straight to Denzel, even though he has been really, really good, one of our best players this season. Hey, Saf, hope you're doing well, brother. Feels good, so good to have Internazionale Milano back. Been a long 2 weeks. It has been. We've been talking about it, bro. Like, so much drama has been going on. Apart from this betting drama, there was that Ronaldo. He hugged this lady, and he's gonna receive 100 lashes by the Saudi government or something bollocks. I didn't read about this Casano stuff. I don't know what's happened there. Lautaro, if you read about that, so Lautaro like getting sued by this former employee of his, but apparently he's the one who flew her out from Argentina, paid for her treatment, paid her and all this kind of stuff. But then because of a condition, he couldn't hire, or he couldn't like pay her any longer because she couldn't work. Then he's getting sued, and then there's been some drama going on about that. Then another one about Rui Patricio. I haven't seen this one. Illegal swimming pool. I don't know. See, like there's even more stuff that I guess if you're not directly in Italy or involved in it, if you're not a Roma fan, I guess you wouldn't know about this one. And then Benzema was called out to be like a terrorist or involved with terrorism or something crazy like that. Like, it's been one of the most weird international breaks that I can remember. So I'm glad that we're back to normal. Wasn't Tonali? What's up, CQ? Wasn't Tonali closest? Yeah, he was. Apparently, it was like, if you, according to some sources, like everything was done. Like Tonali even agreed to the deal. Some people even claim there's pictures of him. Like, they started even doing the pictures of him in interkits, and then Milan came in quite late in and sealed the deal. But yeah, apparently Conte as well chose the experience and his trusted soldier Arturo Vidal over Tonali. But yeah, we were very, very close to Tonali. And yeah, maybe we did dodge a bullet. Let's see. Lukaku did us a favor if he signed him. We wouldn't have got half the players. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we definitely wouldn't have Pavard. If we signed Lukaku. Like, that would have been such an expensive deal. 35 million plus his salary. Like, that would have been crazy. We wouldn't have had half the transfer window we had if we signed Lukaku. I hate these international breaks, not only the injury risks, but these public interviews really annoy me. I agree, man. I agree. It's just like media death times, where they just have to create so much hype for no reason. Yeah, that's one thing I always give Icardi credit for. He was the Milan killer, similar, or even more than Lautaro is. Hope my scouting and Dumfries. Yep. Hey, Snudget in the house. What's up, brother? I reckon we'll see some rotation out of UCL. Yeah, 100%. Well, actually, no. I mean, I think we'll see rotation in the UCL maybe, but ahead of the UCL, it looks like no. I mean, we'll get into it now. The predicted lineups. Yeah, we'll talk about let's talk quickly about the sale rumors as well. Thank you, Simeon. Seamen. Yeah, let me know how to say your name properly. Seamen Dupau. Marotta, yeah. So this Marotta's been on like a tour, like a PR tour over this past couple of weeks. Like, I've never seen Marotta talk so much. Like, I'm actually like sick of Marotta actually. And yeah, he talked about the Skriniar situation, the Lautaro situation, the Lukaku situation, lots of stuff. He's been talking a bit too much, to be honest. So Inter director, he was in attendance because Fabrizio Biasin presented his new book, I Hate Football. That's a hilarious title. He says, Lautaro is my Messi. They asked him, was there ever a time that maybe Inter could have signed Messi? And he says, he said there was a certain moment, but that was before I arrived, which is funny, and that shows, how much Suning we're willing to invest in Inter before COVID. So he talked about, Lautaro. He's calm on the renewal, but we know that means, Bepe's now track record on when he says he's calm on the renewal. I don't know if you can fully trust him. But we are already in media overexposure, so he doesn't want to talk about it too much. Admits that Inter will definitely be his last club, and then he would like his hand at sports politics. We know he said that for a long time. And then also he reiterated that, the second star is, the goal for the season. But yeah, apart from that, as Ian said, he kind of blames Skriniar completely. He said, Lautaro is not like Skriniar. When they're talking about Lautaro's contract, he said, if Lautaro says he wants to renew, he's not going to be like Skriniar, who said he wanted to renew, then he didn't renew. And then one thing he did reveal finally, Marotta, is that they did try to offer Skriniar a release clause so that if he did want to leave, Inter would be paid as well, and he obviously would get his move still. So again, I'm not changing my stance. I of course blame lies with Skriniar and he, for leaving us for free and, choosing the money over Inter and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, my stance hasn't changed. Like, Marotta and co did drop the ball on Skriniar. His renewal should have been done earlier, much earlier. They shouldn't wait until the 1 year was left on it. And then they shouldn't have been gone in blind faith with him. which was naive to think that this guy was just going to renew after the summer when such a big offer was on the table, monetary offer was on the table for him. But that also now does, if it's true that they did offer Skriniar a release clause in the new contract to, you can leave if PSG pay a certain release clause, that does make him look worse, because he did not do us a favor, Skriniar, by leaving on a free. Big FU to Inter. Yeah, but I mean, Ian, if you've been following me on my channel, I don't think, I've always been very, very clear from my understanding that this is the truth. I didn't really need Marotta to confirm me that. If you've been following my channel since I've started this channel 3 years ago, and especially since COVID, there's just, and it's not even about Suning in this case, Ian, and I know you're massive Suning out, and of course I am also hoping and praying every day that new owners come in, more financially stable owners can come in, but it's the reality of Italian football at the moment because of the lack of revenues. You saw Milan wouldn't be able to do the transfer window they just did if they weren't able to sell Tonali. Juve, when the only player they bought Juve this summer was Timothy Weah. Of course, they had all this other stuff, drama going off the pitch, but unless they sold Vlahovic or they sold, Chiesa, they're just not able to, even though they've had capital injections, they have, they have big owners and, owners that are financially stable in the form of, the Agnelli family, Exo, big financial ability. But even they weren't able to do, it's just the truth of Italian football at the moment, Ian. So Marotta has actually pulled the, what do you call it, the plaster. He's just pulled the plaster on it, because usually they kind of try to circumnavigate the situation and say oh, we'll see, maybe we don't need to sell a big player. But you saw, even with the Champions League campaign that we had, where it generated all this extra revenue, if we didn't sell Onana, who are you going to bring in apart from free transfers? And you're still trying to reduce the wage budget at the same time. It's just the reality of Italian football. So, and yeah, of course, he never criticizes Suning. The guy's getting paid $1 million a year. He's one of the highest paid directors in Italian football. That's his that's his boss. Why would he ever criticize Suning? It's just you won't see me on this live stream criticizing my real job when I work in marketing. I'm not going to be criticizing my manager or my directors. They're the ones paying my wages. Why would I be doing that? That's just basics. Why would Marotta go out of his way to criticize Suning when they're the ones paying his wages? It makes no sense. Lab Gorilla, another Milanista in the house. Like the rebranding, furious with Magnan's red card, Sportiello's injury hope. Yeah, I mean, Milan are going to be playing Juve without their starting 2 goalkeepers, because Sportiello, for me, is you would be able to start for most Serie A teams. They've got 2 good goalkeepers, similar to how we've got, what's his name? He never plays with his name now. The Indonesian Italian guy, Audero. I had a brain fart there. But yeah, they're gonna have to play what's his name? Mirante, who is really, really bad. So that might that's the only thing that gives me some hope that Milan might drop some points against Juve. It's a Dutch name, hard to pronounce in English. It's a bit like Simon. Okay, Simon. Or maybe it's Simon, I guess. Talking about gambling, Neymar injured again, costing Al Hilal hundreds of millions. Yeah, that was sad as well. Always sad to see players get ACL injuries. Not only do I want us to have a secure financial future, but I can't wait to end my Suning out campaign of my life. Yeah, if you follow, I guess, is it follow? I guess, or friends with Ian on Facebook, he's always every day hashtag Suning out. Day 700 and something like this guy posts it regularly. He's on it every single day. So I'm sure, yeah, that's a few minutes of his life that he gets back that he doesn't have to post Suning out day something. What's up, Spiders? Hope you are doing well. Without exaggerating, I prefer Lautaro to Messi, especially for into the chemistry of Lautaro. Yeah, I mean, at this stage of his career, as much as I love Messi, Messi is in my opinion, the greatest of all time for me. Of course, other players, people might say Maradona, CR7, whoever. That's for me, Messi the greatest of all time. But yeah, right now, I want a guy that's in his prime of his career, which is Lautaro, or he's coming into the prime of his career, which is Lautaro. And yeah, leadership, he's the captain, and he's behaving like a captain as well. So yeah, I mean, quickly, I wanna cover the news on Suning and potential buyers. So from my understanding, and Steven Zhang, himself, he said it after the Champions League final, or before the Champions League final, he wants to renegotiate the loan that they have with Oak Tree. They want to refinance that. So they apparently, according here to who's made this article, Il Sole 24 Ore, which is a decent source when it comes to financial news. Suning are currently in talks with 2 different American groups who can help them refinance the loan. According to the source, that is Sixth Street and Aris Management. This would allow Suning to maintain control over the club. But yeah, the interest rates are going to be even worse. Like we're talking about, I think the Oak Tree loan was 12%, which is crazy interest rate. Apparently, this would be even more higher interest rate. But at the same time, we're also, as they're talking about, the sale hypothesis hasn't vanished just yet, even if Zhang keeps denying it. The source reveals that Rain Group is still working as intermediaries to find new investors. And yeah, there's other news in terms of where is it? This one is talking about that more negative news for Suning. So outside of Inter, Suning themselves, they recently have received a loan of $650 million dollars from the Chinese government. The loan will arrive over the next 10 years to help them restructure their debt and recover from the post-pandemic collapse. But at the same time, according to reports, but this is Tuttosport, so now the source level is dropping quite considerably. 2 of Suning creditors are ready to respond with a lawsuit to get the money back that Suning owes them. So they're talking about Bain Capital themselves. Oak Tree apparently are preparing a legal action. So this doesn't sound good for Suning outside of Inter either. And then there's this guy, Ziliakus, talking about, he wants to, he's already made an offer in the past for Inter that was rejected, or according to him, he said himself, this Finnish billionaire, Ziliakus, he himself said that, according to him, Steven Zhang is not serious about selling, but he wants to, he wants to get with a consortium like InvestCorp, who are rumored to be interested in Inter, or the guy who just tried to buy Man United, Sheikh, the Qatari Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. He said he's reached out to him, that he thinks that he should, collaborate with Ziliakus. He wants to collaborate with Al Thani to buy Inter. So yeah, he wants to buy a club with large global fan base. I know I can generate for big profits with these fans. I've been contacted by many clubs. My response is, I don't want a club that doesn't have a large fan base. I'm not interested. It all starts with an offer. He knows that the Glazers are not serious about selling, which we've seen. They've rejected about 8 billion or something. So yeah, at that point, I said to Jassim, why don't we join forces and make an offer for a better club? So he's talking about Inter here. So, it looks like, again, things are moving towards something happening. But again, does Zhang Suning really want to sell? Is anyone going to meet the 1.3 billion asking price? Because I also read an article the other day that said that Ziliakus has offered 1 billion, and that's his final offer to. I'm just getting a call on my work phone. I'm on my lunch break. So let's see. I mean, this guy, I don't know if he's a real deal or not. I'm not really. He does waffle a lot, this guy. But at the same time, he does seem serious. I mean, if he was willing to invest multiple billions in Man United, that means this guy does have considerable capital to invest. So I don't know. Let's see if he's serious about it. Once again, guys, I've dropped the link. I've seen I can see Mattia's in the comments. So if you want to join Mattia, I did make this as a call-in show, but no one has called in. So it's been just a Sharma stream on my own. But if you do want to call in, I want to quickly preview the Torino game now. I agree. Soon doesn't look like they want to sell him. Well, yeah, Huyan, hope you're doing well, brother. I think they do. Again, I think they do want to sell, but it's just I think they only want to sell at that 1.3 billion point, which I don't think anyone is willing to meet, because I think everyone can see the amount of debt that Inter have is just not realistic. Because if you're talking about 1.3 billion and the debt that you take on, that's a 2 billion investment just straight up. Taking on those loans and the bond. I think total you're talking about 600-700 million worth of debt to take on as well, on top of what you pay for Inter. So it's just not realistic. So I think it's a case of people that have been interested in Inter they've offered something much lower than what the asking price is. Yeah, Huyan, why don't you come in? If you can answer that question together. I wanna discuss with you guys who has been the best and worst this season, because it is a question I want to talk about as well. Yeah, I think at some point it will get to that stage, Ian. I think that's the thing right now, until that the expiry of the loan. I think it's May. Is it in May or June of 2024? That's the expiry of the loan. By that time, as time draws closer to that, it will get out of their hands if they don't make that repayment. Also, that's the thing. Like, will they make that repayment? Because at the moment, people are just considering that soon they're just not going to be able to make that payment. So that's what we're assuming. But maybe they'll be able to just make that if he's so desperate to hold on to the club. But yeah, as time draws closer to that deadline, it will get out of Suning, Steven Zhang's hand, because then their hand will be forced. And if they don't make that payment, Oak Tree takes over, and Oak Tree, will do basically what Elliot did with Milan: restructure, cut down costs, make it all financially stable, and then sell on for a profit. Yeah. Usually the call-in shows are very, very popular, but maybe it's the timing of my show today. I do appreciate that the timing of chosen today isn't ideal. In a way, how Suning has acted is very much like the Glazers. They are damaging Inter within their quest to hold on to us. Yeah, unlike the Glazers, they haven't taken out, dividends. They haven't taken out profits out of Inter. If anything, they've invested almost 1 billion with no return for now. But I know what you mean. The fact that they're holding on for their life now is almost like, kind of like greedy, like take your loss and just move on. If it was a different time slot, I would join you. Appreciate that, man. Oh yeah, heck, here we go. We got someone joining in. El Gordo, I knew it. I knew my boy would join me. What are you telling me, bro? Are you at work?
Good. Yeah, I was at work, but just nobody called in, so yeah, I might as well join.
Yeah, usually these shows are very popular. Usually you have to cycle people in and out because there's too many people calling in. But today no one joined in. But I appreciate you, bro. How you doing?
Good. Yeah, I didn't. Congrats on marriage, by the way, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. It's yeah. Hopefully one day you get there as well.
Hopefully soon, man.
Yeah, what are you telling me, bro? Yeah, so let's go from start to finish, like all the topics I covered. What are you telling me? Of course, you're a Muslim brother, so it's a haram for you guys anyway to bet, gamble, and all that kind of stuff. But what are you making about all this drama going on in Italian football? Are you worried about our boys Bastoni and Barella being involved in this?
I don't know. The first two when he got leaked, it's straight into. I remember you said it straight there. I feel like the investigation was behind the scenes, so yeah, it went quickly. But I don't know about this one. Maybe he might be waffling, but I wouldn't be surprised if they bet it or not. Just don't know. Man. You got all that money and you're just betting. You could do better
Yeah,
things with it, like investment or other. Like it's crazy,
exactly,
man.
bro. I don't make no sense to me. I mean, if Barella is involved, I mean, now I can start making excuses for him because I'm like, oh, maybe that's the reason why he's not been performing. Like, I'm starting, yeah, as Huyan says, I'm worried about Barella's form because at the beginning of the season I was like, okay, it takes time sometimes to get into form, but like the England-Italy game for me was like a big call, like where obviously Bellingham is like the most informed player in the world right now, but this is like the moment where you're like,
You gotta
I would
step
put
up, yeah.
Barella in that category, right? You put them in that world-class category, like show your level. And this guy was completely shown up by England midfield. Like, what are you telling me?
Not like the main concern I hear about Barella is just like he's a cross merchant, and that's why one thing I hear about him. It's just like our players. Like when I see someone taking on players, like I love it. Like I don't even watch the Bologna game. Remember, like when Carlos Augusto came on, he was going forward and forward. Like there's one time where he dribbled past the player. So I love to see players taking on players instead of just crossing and like passing around. So that's one thing I hear about Barella. Like he's good. I like him. He's world class, but he needs to improve in that aspect when going forward, just take on plays. And I feel like he hasn't improved that much in that aspect. Like he does
Mm.
it, but not to like way of consistency. Like it's just more about crossing, crossing, crossing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just I
He's
don't
got
know,
he's
man.
like KDB in it. Like he loves that half
Yeah,
space. I just like spam that ball in that
yeah. And
half
even
space.
if the crossing he does it, but he's not that good at it. Sometimes it works, sometimes not. So it's like sometimes it's a hit and miss. So yeah, that's why I just sometimes I criticize him a lot in front of the lads, and that's where they got into me. Like I said, and his consistency is it's just out of the window, to be honest. Like he plays good, then just disappears for a while.
Yeah,
So I
no,
don't
this
know,
especially
man.
this season. I don't remember one game really. Maybe the Benfica one was like he kind of was like that
The
level, but I
Benfica,
don't
he was
remember.
good. Like first half, second half, yeah, it was decent. But
Yeah.
yeah, this season, it's I think he's still missing since that Istanbul game, and he hasn't been the same, man.
Yeah,
Just
but
like
isn't like at the same time, isn't that scary? The fact that we've been able to ball like the way that we have been, and our one of our best players has not even been in good form. Like, isn't that like
yeah,
shows you the potential of this team?
that's what I'm saying. The quality in this team is very good. It's just I love it, but it's just that the Bologna game pissed me off. Like we haven't got that. Like we're only relying on what's it called, Lautaro. We haven't got like that guy. Like when you just need him that when he's crossing, just fox in the box basically.
Hmm.
And that was supposed to be maybe Arnautovic, but I guess he can't play at the moment. Injury.
Yeah, yeah. I think I read the stat that like at the moment our sub strikers have got no goal control. Oh, actually, I think Arnautovic got one assist, but that's it. Like no goal contributions yet from Arnautovic and Sanchez. So it's just been Thuram and Lautaro carrying the team at the moment. So yeah, that is concerning.
And
But
he takes off
it's not
Turan
just
every time as well. You know that. Like I didn't
yeah.
like the Bologna one. They asked him what was it. He said, "Oh, it's tactical." I didn't get it. I feel like if he stayed on, Turan would have made like a better impact. So I
Yeah,
don't know
exactly. And it
about
was
that
like,
one.
it's before the international break. So even if someone's tired, you just like, it's the international break now. So just use them. But yeah, Snudder's just posted a bit of breaking news right now. So thank you, Snudger. Barella just posted on his Instagram denying that he's involved in the gambling case, which is good to hear. Um, so let's see the development on that. So let's see. I heard also Bastoni's name was mentioned. So let's see if Bastoni comes
Well,
out.
can't they sue him like for Rooney's reputational image, like something like that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean that Corona guy, bro. He's been in like he like Brozovic sued him, so he
It
was the
was
one
him in
that
it,
made
yeah.
the
Oh yeah, okay.
he made the rumor that Brozovic cheated on or not cheat yeah cheated on his wife with the Wandanara.
Yeah.
So he was actually sued for that. So I don't know actually what the end result of that was, but yeah, that guy's been in bare so many defamation cases. Like that guy, that's why I called him at the beginning of the stream a scumbag. Like that guy, if you remember, you remember those pictures of Adriano back in the
Yeah, I've
day
seen it lately. I don't know
partying.
about it.
Yeah, so
Is that
this was
true
the
though?
guy. He was him. This guy is the
Oh,
guy. He buys these pictures, or maybe has his own paparazzi doing the work. Gets these pictures and like uses them, sells them to newspapers. Like he's a proper scumbag. This guy, man.
I'm surprised nobody killed him or anything done to him. To be honest,
Yeah,
he's been doing this for a while.
that's what I mean. Like people are saying, like Fajoli. Like if you're unless you're involved with like mafia and like these football players, what they gonna do, bro? Like they're gonna
Yeah,
sue
he's not
you.
involved in this. He's just mostly famous people and all that. So yeah,
Yeah, because he knows they're not gonna do anything to him like physically. It's just like maybe the lawyers can do something to him.
that's fine.
Ian says something is off for them. The effort is there, but it's just not happening. Yeah, because before the start of the season, I was actually thinking because this is the first time in the ages that Barella actually got like a full summer rest. Because every summer since COVID, especially that this guy's had to play non-stop for Italy, Inter. So I thought this summer this guy's got like a full month off. First time he's gonna get rested. We're gonna see like Barella go to the next level. But actually, like yeah, this is like statistically as well. I saw like this is his worst season at Inter in terms of goals and assists until now. Like at this same point last year, he was on like 3 goals and 4 assists or something already.
I think it's more like a mentality. I've realized, when it's in the game and he starts arguing, I don't know. Benfica got yellow. I remember he was just throwing his hands a lot and too much. So I think that affects his performance sometimes. Compared to the other two, with Mkhitaryan and Hakan, I feel like they focus more, especially Mkhitaryan. He's just like focusing on the game, trying his best. While Barella is just he tries to get sort of getting arguments and too much. So yeah, it's just I think that affects him, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And as Huyan said, he's got too many kids as well. I think he's got 3 or 4 kids as well. He's like 26, 25, 26 years old. So yeah, he should be too busy in reality to be gambling.
And you can't be risking your family's future for a little gambling for a couple of bags. It's not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, let's get into the Torino game tomorrow, bro. Let me pull up the predicted lineup. So tomorrow, so Sky Sport Italy have put Pavard, Acerbi, Bastoni, Dumfries, Barella, Hakan, Mkhitaryan, Di Marco, and obviously Thuram Martinez up front. I'm pretty happy with the lineup. What are you telling me? Pavard is there, Barella starting. Would you start Frattesi? That's my first question, I guess.
I would love to see Fratese, but going your strongest lineup in the league is important to me because we already dropped points, so you gotta get up 3 points. To be honest, like dropping how many 5 points in 8 games, it's unacceptable in my opinion. So you gotta start your strongest lineup. I'm happy with it. No complaints. So yeah, I'm happy with it, to be honest. I just
Yeah.
love to see more Carlos Augusto. Like I want to see him more. Like I like him, so to be honest, more than Gosens. So, when Gosens used to come, he should just be defensively. But this
Yeah.
guy, going forward, I'm loving it. Like taking on, he's very passionate. So yeah, he might take that spot.
Yeah.
You never know in the future.
No, exactly. I think, yeah, when he came on against Bologna, I think I saw the stat. He had the most dribbles completed from both teams, and he only played like a small part of the match. So, yeah,
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, but Gazzetta actually, though, has they have Frattesi and Mkhitaryan, so they have Barella being rested, which actually I'm not too against. Again, like, in talking about form, Frattesi, this guy for Italy, especially, like, this guy keeps scoring for Italy. So,
he deserves to start. To be honest, on Saturday that game, like it's a good game to start him
yeah, like
and
away
rest
against
him.
Torino, because Torino are they're a man marking team, so they go man for man press. So someone like Frattesi who makes these like runs in behind, because he just loves it. He just like bam sprints behind, like he's hard to pick up. So I agree with you. I would start Frattesi, and yeah, I wouldn't actually mind resting Barella, just because especially like maybe mentally as well with all this betting stuff going on, his
Yeah, that
mind
might
might not
affect him.
be
Yeah.
yeah.
Plus
And yeah,
we got it's Tuesday the game, right? 5:45. So yeah, we might need to rest like one of the starters, to be honest. If it's Barella, I don't mind because it
oh, you
just the
mean
schedule is looking
the
Champions League on. Yeah,
Champions League one? Let me just quickly check. Into Salzburg, isn't it?
yeah, I think it's gonna be early kickoff. Yeah,
Yeah, early kickoff 5:45 UK kickoff Tuesday. So yeah, um, to be honest, I would probably That's the thing. Like, where would you rotate? Because Quadrado is injured, so you can't rotate there. And you don't really want to play Darmian. I don't really want to see Darmian as a right wing back anymore, unless it's like
I
a
wouldn't mind
really
seeing
defensive
what's
game.
it called, the Fry and
Hmm.
rest Acerbi because against Lukaku, I'd rather have Acerbi. Like he knows how to bully strikers, so I'd rather have Acerbi than De Vrij and start De Vrij and give Carlos Augusto maybe against Salzburg, and that's it, to be honest. And attacking, we can't really rotate, to be honest.
Yeah. To be honest, yeah. So speaking of Carlos Augusto, he's probably gonna be facing up against our boy Bellanova. So I would definitely have someone like Carlos Augusto running at Bellanova, because one thing we know from the year of having Bellanova with us is he's not that good defensively.
Just the running match, isn't it?
Yeah. But what are you telling me tomorrow? Oh, yeah, it's tomorrow. Bellanova is gonna channel his like Mycon and like punish us tomorrow. What are you telling me? And
He's
Lazaro
good.
as well. On the other side, we've got two guys.
How next is that two ex interplayers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be. I would be surprised if they scored. To be honest, that's just the Inter thing. You know what I mean? Like, I would. It's gonna be a tough game. I hate Torino away. It's always tough, to be honest. It's never
Yeah.
like. I can't remember last time we beat them comfortably without worrying about it. It's just gonna be tough, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I think we played them as like the last game of the season last year before the Champions League final, and we needed like Brozovic to score like a screamer from outside the box.
Yeah, funnily, he scored both fixtures. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he did score that last minute winner, didn't he, in the first one?
Yeah,
Um,
so yeah, it's gonna
oh
be
yeah, it was
it's
the
gonna
one.
be
Remember
tough.
we played last one. We played Cordas and he made like a 6 save.
Oh yeah, yeah. I seen that the other day they posted it. Yeah, it was a good save to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sky Sport has Duvan Zapata starting, but Ahmed here says that Zapata is injured.
Yeah, I
So
seen
let's
that
see.
just a few minutes ago. He said he's injured, but they haven't confirmed like if he's playing or not.
Yeah. Oh yeah, actually, Gazzeta's updated. It says yeah, Zapata won't be there. So yeah, that's really good
Okay,
news
so
for Inter.
and who's the
Yeah,
other strikers playing?
Torino.
Oh,
So
Vlasic.
they've got
Okay.
Sanabria, Vlasic, and Sek here, and they've got here they got Sanabria and Zapata. But it seems like the Gazzetta is probably more up to date. But Torino have been in a weird team this year. Like they've been all right. Obviously, like they're just aiming for like mid-table anyway. So they're 14th at the moment.
Have they played the
But
big teams or not yet? Oh, they played the UV,
uh,
right? 2-0,
yeah,
yeah.
they played Juve. They got smacked by Juve.
As usual, man.
Um,
That's
the
expected.
usual, yeah. They're one of those teams where like you don't really know what you're gonna get. Like it's gonna be a hard game. They always make life hard, but they just don't score many goals. That's always been their problem. Like yeah, they lost to Milan first game, 4-1. Then they beat
Yeah, if it
Genoa.
just it's all about scoring. To be honest, if you get like 2 goals in the first half, then you
Yeah,
can just slow the tempo and just play counters. So yeah, I think it would be good. It just depends how we approach the game. There being like 5 p.m. kickoff away. So yeah, it's gonna be tough at the beginning. But if you get that first goal, then I think it would be easy after that. I just
yeah.
need to know how to control the ball.
Yeah. The couple of times I've tuned into Torino to watch, he's been okay, and he's been starting on pretty much all the games Villanova. So that's that's good. And it's funny because I always just say like, if we're gonna sign Villanova, send him to Torino to Urich for like a year. That was like always like my thing because this guy is sick at developing fullbacks and wingbacks. So he's
Instead, he
developing,
went there
but
fully without coming back to Inter.
yeah. But what do you make of that? Like, I'm not losing sleep over the Belanova thing. I would have liked to see us like redeem him and like send him out on loan, but I'm not losing sleep over it. Like, what do you make of that Belanova thing?
Same, to be honest. It's like he didn't move me that much. It's just like that pace I was looking forward to. But and I don't mind, to be honest. Yeah, just next year we got to look for a proper fullback, like as a backup. Like the way he's going, Dumfries is getting that new contract. To be honest, he deserves it, in my opinion. Even though
Mm.
people don't like him, but that's how it is. It's like he's been performing up to his standards, if we say so. Yeah, he deserves it. And then just get someone. Well, it's a 1 year contract, right, Cuadrado?
Yeah, 1 year contract. So we
Yeah.
need
So from
to,
January they got to start looking for someone else, in my opinion. And
yeah,
youngster, someone whoever it is they can get, and someone that can compete with Dumfries and see and
yeah.
yeah, see how it goes. To be honest,
I mean, if he continues performing like this, we can actually get some good money for Dumfries, and then you can like try get two for the price of one.
that's the dream in it. But I don't know. Do you think they will renew his contract now and sell him straight in the summer? Do you think that's gonna happen or not?
I don't know. Yeah, like usually if they renew someone's contract, they're not like trying to sell him. But at the same time, I think it makes sense just so you don't have him like expiring, because that would be a
Mm.
L to lose Dumfries on the free. Like we need to make some
Mm.
money out of Dumfries.
But his contract is what, 2 years left, right? I think something
Yeah, I
like
don't
that
think
because
he's
he came
like
2 years ago.
anything
So
like
yeah, they gave
too
him 4 to 5. But oh yeah, I just remember this Euros as well next summer. So yeah, if he
2025.
performs
Yeah, so
good,
he's got like 2 years.
yeah.
Yeah. Euros hype once again, the way we signed him.
So yeah, it's looking good, to be honest. Not gonna lie, one thing I love about him is just he's always fit. So yeah, imagine if he was injured and Cordado's injured, it would be game over for us. So yeah, that's one good thing
Yeah.
about him.
So let's finish up on what are you telling me for tomorrow match prediction? I mean, we should be getting the. It's going to be difficult. As you said, like Torino's always difficult, especially this kickoff, like 5 p.m. UK time kickoff is always a bit weird. That one.
Yeah, away as
Um,
well. So yeah, it's tough. And I will go with 3-1.
three
Lautaro
one.
scoring. Yeah, Lautaro scoring a race and one of the midfielders getting a goal.
Yeah, I see. If Fortezi starts, I see him getting the goal.
Yeah. I hope Lautaro continues scoring. Like I'm loving this like form. It's very good.
Oh, so good
I
in
hope he
it.
keeps it
So
up
good.
going. Well, he's on
Yeah,
11 now, or is it 10?
he's on 10 in the league. 10
Okay,
and 8.
10 in 8, that's very good. But I know that time of perfect match of not scoring for a while is coming. So
Yeah, obviously,
you
yeah,
might as well make
we
the
know
most
that
out of this.
four of them came in one game. So yeah, it's a
So
bit,
yeah, if you take out that 4, it's not like he scored back to back. So yeah, I know it's gonna come eventually, but for now, I hope he keeps it up. And yeah, so he's ready for next weekend because that's going to be a big game.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see what the rest of the fixtures looking like. Obviously, we know that Juve are playing Milan on Sunday, so hopefully they've got missing players, Milan, so especially in goal. So hopefully Juve can do something, but I don't have too much hope, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Um,
same.
yeah, who else? Who else are you watching? Like, are you really like watching other teams, or just Milan for you? Because like at the moment, I can't really see other teams to be getting close to us.
To be honest, right now I feel like it's all about. I see people like worrying about the first and second. I feel like now just get the points, then
Mm.
start worrying about if you first or second the end of December. Because right now you're just all getting that 3 points back to back and consistency. Like it's just 8 games in and people are already worrying about it. It's just still we still got a long season to go.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was, made my video last week. Is like if I told you at the beginning of the season that we would be like on this 19 points, one loss at the beginning of the season, you would have took it, right?
Easily, easily. I seen though when you're doing that start, like the first 8 games, I think this is the second best in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. So the best start we've had, even better than like any of the Conte seasons.
So yeah, just still early games. You judge play a team by the first 15 to 18 games, then you see how it's going. Eight
Yeah,
is
yeah.
still a bit too early, but dropping points in the first 8 games actually is, at the same time is bad. But yeah, still early days. I hope you just get as many points because we got what Roma and then Atalanta back to back, so that's going to be tough.
Yeah, that's the little difficult patch we've got. We've got Roma, Atalanta between, Salzburg in between as well.
So yeah, just
After
get
Atalanta we got Salzburg, yeah.
yeah,
So
just back to back these games and
and then
when
we
is
need
that?
yeah, we need to
And we play
secure
Napoli
two
Juve. Is it
Napoli
after a
Juve.
few weeks time, right? Because
Have a look.
I think we got
Yeah, the thing
Napoli.
is, Inter need to secure the 6 points against Salzburg because that's then you're pretty much qualified if you get those 6 points.
That'll be
So they
10
got
points. Ooh, that's
so
needed.
Napoli
Yeah,
Milan is soon.
yeah.
Next week. Yeah, next week, 9 days, Napoli Milan away. So that should be a difficult one, hopefully. Uh, if Garcia sorts himself out. No, Napoli Juve isn't for till
Okay, yeah,
December.
we're playing 3rd of December, so it's not anytime soon. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you make of Napoli? Do you reckon they're just
So, yeah,
they're
I
gonna
think
have
this
got
year they're
big
just kind
time
of
on?
focused top four. Yeah, I think
Hmm.
we'll get sacked very soon. What's in the Rodi Garcia?
Yeah, surely.
He's just a terrible manager, man. He got sacked from Saudi. He came here, so that says a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean it depends. Yeah, Huyan, like it depends how we drop the 3 points. If we look like really bad and like it looks like we literally can't do anything without Lautaro, Thuram. Like if they don't score, like we can't do nothing. Then it depends on the performance. If we like do one of those performances where we create like 3 xg and score 0 goals, then it's like one of those where it's like the team is still playing good. It's just the guys are not putting the ball in the net. Oh yeah, Osimhen's out for a while as well for them. Um,
4 to 6 weeks. I bet he's gonna be back for our game. Watch.
yeah, just in time. Yeah, well, like Dybala at the moment is out, but apparently he's going to be back right in time for the Inter game.
It's always against internet.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, Gordo's going for a 3-1 win. I'm gonna go. Honestly, I don't know. I just see us drawing this one. I'll be real. I see us like
I
Juric.
hope not, man.
I see Bellanova with Lazaro scoring a banger from outside of the box, and yeah, us nicking one back. I'm going for like a 1-1 draw, but I hope I'm completely off track on this one, and we get the 3 points in the dub, and hopefully Milan lose as well.
Yeah.
But
What do
yeah,
you
guys.
making of Summer? What do you think of him so far? The Q.
Oh yeah, he's been good. He's been good. I mean, apart from obviously he made that one mistake, or a couple of
That's
mistakes
Sassuolo,
here and
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, he's been good. He's been good. I mean, especially if we compare it to how Onana's doing at Man United. But I definitely would be
No,
trying to look like, to see if there's any opportunities in the transfer window in the summer for long-term goalkeeper still.
no, 100%,
Like,
100%. We need to.
'cause, yeah,
Hopefully, if we could
I
get
heard,
Onana back.
I was reading like Switzerland or Swiss fans are like not too impressed with his performances for the national team recently. So he's definitely going to have like, he's going to be like, obviously he's reached his peak, so he's going to be declining.
Yeah, I watched the highlight the other day. Just the goals he's been conceding is a bit iffy. So yeah, that's just someone to you, to be honest. He makes difficult saves. The easy ones, he just
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
fumbles.
Onana's leaky loan. Yeah. I wouldn't mind that.
I would be surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, the way Inter we've been operating, we just do these kind of like short-term deals that just like work out for the moment. So yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Hopefully.
But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I gotta return back to work. I think Gordo's gotta go back to work as well. He's tuning this one up.
Nice catching up with you, Sean, man.
Yeah, thank you as always, bro. Take care, everyone that watched. Make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you tomorrow for post-match. Ciao ragazzi, forza
Take care.
Inter.
Bye.